set effect. Wing Chun ninjutsu gonna break your neck.
All right. Next up on the deck, we already covered the owl, but again, additions, teardrop, digit capture, chamfered edge to amputate fingers, etc. And of course, a new curve back here. Now, I specifically had an exercise with the Marines, and I wanted a sentry takeout tool. And so these forward bits and pieces work great, and they're angled properly that you can go right past the deltoid and get right in and pull someone back to you, and then turn this point into the neck and control them very nicely. It has beak pieces on both sides now, this more or less for the nose to turn on, and it has a serration pattern on the back for soft tissue grabs. Now, it's interesting for those of you that know my background, being in the Goats book and then the Goats movie. George Clooney plays me in that. When we had invented this, we didn't have a name. So John Ronson is the author of the Goats book and etc., famous author. And he had a podcast on in England. And so we let it up to their listeners to learn about this and name it, and the name became the Ronsonator after his last name. So this is the Defender Ronsonator now. By the way, this forward part down here, that's just great to jab into people and move them around. So you still have a lot of the capability of being able to move them around via a point, but you also have the ability to do a lot of damage with the size of those points. Notice we did lose the pummel part, but if you want to pummel with a point or drill for oil, you certainly have that ability with a Ronsonator. It fits very nice. And of course we have a digit capture hole that works very nicely in this particular version. All right, next up in the invention line. I'll see you there.